Hello everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. Today we're going to be looking at a piece that displays a bunch of different lessons and we're going to break them down today. So obviously in your initial introduction you're met with this flare of all these different gemstones flying around. It kind of feels like someone took a snapshot in midair of this piece and we're kind of seeing just a candid, immortalized, in motion picture there. So obviously that displays a lot of motion. You see them scattering across the spatial composition. Let's get a little closer to this piece here. Maybe we can write on it, see if we can break it down. So we're going to mark the biggest ones on the canvas first. So obviously we have a really big one flying at us here. We have another one here. This is kind of a medium size. This one's larger, smaller, and I think that's probably the largest. Yeah, so these two are the largest here. So as we get closer down, it looks like they are the smallest and they get larger and larger as we move diagonally across the spatial composition towards to the largest gemstone on the top left there. So let me erase that real quick. We'll move on. So there's something about this blue that which just pulls you in so easily. This feels a little too close. Actually, let me stay right here. I'm just going to resize this a little bit. Yeah, this is a little bit better for our view. So looking at this piece here, you see flares of light. So flares of light can be seen how it hits it there. Maybe a little bit here. You see those streaks and those flares. Those catch your attention easily. It does not let you pull away because any type of light source pulls you in. It captures your attention. And then also, because it has such a light source, there's kind of this inherent feeling of divinity here, right? And that's just by nature of the gemstone and by nature of the light and the light which passes through the gemstone. There's three different aspects there which are really important each individually. So the gemstone itself, think of its texture, right? It's translucent, it is kind of glossy, it's rigid, and it's also rare, and it goes against the traditional kind of mundane mud of life, right? It doesn't look like a piece of dirt. It doesn't look like a piece of wood. It's something that it's ethereal, you know? It's bigger than real. It's meta. It's incredible. So I think that's really important to consider whenever you look at any gemstone in general. You know, people really, of course we still do today, but even more so back then when they were even more rare and prestigious. Having something like that would be the cherry on top or the peak or the ascendant top of a piece of jewelry or anything in general, the top of a scepter, top of a crown, you know, anything in the middle there. It's representation of power, prestige, also divinity, um, control, command, royalty. You know, the list just really goes on, and that's once again because of the nature of, let's call these diamonds. So with the diamonds, for example, super translucent, rigid, it shines and it catches the light. And then also just looking at light in general, light is representation of the divinity because during the day we can obviously see that there's so many different reasons for light, but that's one of the reasons. And the fact that it's translucent allows it to possess the light. Or you can think of the light as possessing the gemstone. It's more so that the gemstone hosts the light as it passes through, of course. So all three of those combined really create this interesting experience. So if we call these diamonds, those are really strong symbols of strength, love, and health. And we can see that through this strong feeling of life and light through there, and this just that sense of vitality, of course. So we have the full written piece here. So I'm going to see if there's anything else I want to throw in here that would be good examples. So let's see. So yeah, these gemstones are really fluorescent there. I'm going to make this big once again so that we can just have just the best viewing experience for everyone. Let's see. There we go. I'm just going to hop back. Alrighty. So fluorescent blue gemstones, it's really important to note. Kind of this midnight backing. Oh yeah. What we didn't mention is the contrast created. It's kind of inherent, but that contrast on that midnight black is exactly what creates this visual experience. You can also see these kind of white, maybe white texturing dusts, light sources. It's hard to say what those are, but we should also note those as well alongside the flares. So that contrast is really important in this piece, and don't forget that, because as an artist, if you're an artist listening, you know how contrast can pull someone in. This is a light on dark contrast everywhere, and it creates this uneven texturing, as we said before, the scattering, which creates that sense of motion, and it's also in combination with the symbolism of the gemstone, which just all of that compounds into an incredible, a divine, a pristine, and an absolutely beautiful piece. So yeah, these are pretty iridescent. So iridescent is a really good word for that. So iridescent can be thought of as going through multiple colors. So because it's translucent and more so clear, or maybe a little bit tilted towards blue, you see these pinks, these purples, these light blues all going through that, and that is indicative of the iridescent quality of the gemstone. And the absence of light is like a diamond in the rough. Let's see. So how does this piece make you feel, and why do you think it makes you feel like that? That's really important to note, and I think as we confront art every day, it's really good to look a bit deeper and kind of just try and understand why it does that. So I'm going to read this statement here. Some may see symbols of triumph, luxury, and success, while another may connect with with a scene which appears to be fragmented and broken in a fall from grace. If we consider these gemstones in the context of a diamond, we find the symbolic significance of strength, health, and love as it shines with a stunningly stark sense of life and vitality. And this piece was created by Mart Biemans. This is entitled Gem, 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 just all three in a row there. So he made his premiere debut in the Apollo Archive on the 23rd of April last year with his digital edit called Digital Roar, and that is actually the gallery facing for the Virtual Influences gallery. So it's good to look at that as well. And you can find him in Virtual Influences gallery. We can find him in our psychedelic gallery, as well as our upcoming glitch art gallery. So glitch art is going to be our newest gallery release. It's going to be releasing either later today or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. It's probably going to be tomorrow, since I can get through some more pieces here. But yeah, be on the lookout. And then we're about to post this piece. So you can see I'm about to create the overall gallery or conclusion statement at the end here, and that is what will be put in the gallery. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I really like this piece. Just I like gemstones in general, so I thought this would be a fun study to go ahead and upload and look a bit deeper into. I loved reinforcing some of my knowledge on the symbolism of gemstones, specifically the diamond. I love this blue color. I love purple as well. So I'm really happy to add this to the gallery, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Go check out some of his other pieces. He works with a lot of different symbols, including like big cat symbolism as well. And it seems that he has a liking for gemstones as well. So it was a really nice piece, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next time on the Apollo Art Analysis. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.